wanna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the third video, I think it is, yes, third video in this 4-week grocery challenge that I'm currently doing for the month of June. I haven't done something like this for a very long time, so I'm very excited to do it for myself and then share it with you guys. So hopefully it helps some of you guys out there with budget and time and all of that. I will say to you, perhaps see the first video if you haven't seen it already. Just explains what it's all about and why I'm doing it, and how it's just part of my discovering my rich life journey. So definitely have a look at that. I'll put a playlist linked below so you can watch all the videos in a row. So hopefully it helps someone. All right, so today's video, I've been doing this all day, guys. So I'm actually at the point now where I'm filling out my monthly meal planning sheet here. Up until this point, I've spent a lot of today actually doing the shopping from the pantry sheet, which deals with my fridge, freezer and pantry. There's different steps I take with that. It's quite a big process, I guess, because I'm jotting down and looking at everything I already have in the house and then coming up with a total of 24 meals, like dinners, because I'm planning for 4 weeks, so 28 days. The other 4 nights, so 24 is planned, the other 4 nights are takeaway nights for us because we usually do that once a week. So I've come up with ideas, I've worked out what other ingredients I don't have that I do need to buy, and I've done it on this sheet. So if you want to see what this is all about, and I explain it hopefully clear enough for you guys if you haven't seen that already, definitely look at yesterday's video for that. But now that this is all done and we've got a bit of a plan together, I'm actually, transferring the dinners onto the monthly meal planning sheet. So I'm going to talk about that and show you guys what that is. Also be dealing with breakfast, lunch, snacks, drinks and desserts on this sheet as well. There is a section for breakfast, lunch, snacks and dinners. I add in drinks because I'm purchasing for a month. I try to have a little bit of an idea of most of what I'll need for the month, and then desserts as well. Desserts is very important for me in this house because of the kids, basically, and for Johnny and I too. We just find if we have dinner and then we have some sort of dessert a bit later on, before bedtime or before the kids' bedtime, I'll say, before they go into their room and start watching shows and relaxing, if we do that, it just means that they don't keep coming out for food and just eating packaged snacks and stuff all the time, you know. So I like to have a bit of a plan, so we'll be looking at that today. What else am I talking about? Oh, the other thing I'll be referring to actually fill out this monthly meal planning sheet, so it's the shopping from the pantry sheet that I've already organized, plus also the lunchbox meal planning sheet, which I did a video on this a couple of weeks ago, so definitely have a look on the channel. It's just very helpful. I do this as far as the kids' lunchboxes go, but also I refer to it now for Johnny and I as well. So for me, for when I'm working, if I want to take lunch with me, and same with Johnny, depending on what shift he's actually got. Now, if you're new to the channel, you're probably thinking, what are all these sheets? Seems like a lot of work. Why is she doing this? She's some crazy person. I have been doing this way for years now. I've been doing this for years because it just helps me. It helps me be organized, not overspend, have more time. I do spend like the day, like right now I'm planning for a month, so it is taking longer than planning for a fortnight, obviously. But you know, if I spend today doing this, I don't have to do this again for another 4 weeks. Do you know what I mean? So I get my time back there for sure. Plus me planning thoroughly, doing it this way and knowing exactly what I already have and just having a plan and not just winging it every day, I'm going to save a ton of money, and I do. Me shifting to doing my meal planning like this, I don't think I've mentioned this in the other videos yet, but what it did for me was saved me thousands of dollars per year. Like when I started doing this, I think I was pregnant with Isabella, or maybe pregnant with her or had her, one of the two. But we were mostly, I was just making, like buying groceries and cooking for Joseph, Johnny and I. So Joseph was little at the time, but he's still eating and all of that. and we were spending more money then than what we did once I started doing this, by thousands of dollars. I was saving about $4,000 to $5,000 a year by doing this process. So that's why I'm so like, please do this. Do parts of it, if anything, because it will help you save money. You won't waste money, you won't waste food. It's just so much smarter to do this rather than just, you know, when people say, oh, I've done up a meal plan for the week, they mean usually that they've just gone through and just gone, oh yeah, I feel like sausages that night, tacos that night, blah, 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 that night, blah, blah, and not done the prep before it, the process of shopping from the pantry and just doing a clean out and all of that kind of stuff. It's so vital, because that's where you're really going to save money, and you're going to think ahead, and you're not going to just go, I feel like this every day, whatever I'm going to do, and not use the stuff you've already got. Do you know what I mean? It's okay to have some things and then go, I really feel like this week, I think, you know, or some time in the month like I'm doing, let's just add it in. Do you know what I mean? It's okay to do that, but you also want to use stuff you've already got so you don't waste it. So it is a big process, but once you start getting the hang of it and start doing this, and just like I said, spending that one day doing that will save you time for the whole week or the fortnight or the month, you know. So it's very helpful. So I really hope that some of you guys will do this. Now, some of you may already do this because you've been watching me for years. So if you've seen all the old videos, or your VIP members, maybe you have been doing this, and I would love to hear from you if you have been doing this and if it's helped you save money. So please comment below with that. I'd just, yeah, love to hear your stories. I know a few of you have contacted me over the years and told me how much it's helped you, and I love that. And so if you can share that with others, that's brilliant. Makes me look not so crazy because I know it's daunting, I know it's a lot on what I do, but it's been so helpful for me in more ways than you can imagine, you know what I mean? So I want to share that with you. So today's video, we are up to doing the monthly meal planning sheet. Like I said, go and see the other videos that's linked below the playlist for the grocery challenge. It'll be there, have a look at those. But we're filling this out. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown on what this sheet actually is. You can write up your own sheet on a blank piece of paper. You don't have to purchase mine or anything. If you want to, you can. It's on the This Mum at Home website, which is linked below in the shop there. Not very expensive, but if you are a VIP member, you can get the printables, all the meal planning printables and other things I've got on there for free. You just need to use your discount code. So if you become a VIP member, it's just a once-off payment to help support the channel, basically. But you get access to this for as long as I'm running, basically. So yeah, we're going to go through this. I'm going to explain how I do it and kind of the process. Okay, so this is my monthly meal planning sheet. Now, you don't have to use this for a whole month. What I've done in the past is this dinner section, because it's split into 4 different weeks, you can just do it week by week, you can do it by fortnight, whatever you want. The one thing I say is, you know, maybe if you're doing Monday to Sunday, perfect, but if you want to work it around your actual grocery shops like I do, I just make note of when I'm doing grocery shops with the little G there, and I put a line here because my actual 4 weeks is starting on a Thursday. Then it's going to, I've done all the dates, it's going to go right around back to here, so I've still got, you know, the whole 4 weeks on the one sheet. So I don't want to split it up, I just want it all in front of me at the same time. So there is a section here, so this is the dinner section. There's little circles here that you can write the dates in. There is actually, if you can see it, it's probably hard to see it because of all my writing, but there is sections here to do the temperature, and that's, I fill that out during summertime, just because, like I said, I don't want to be cooking on really hot days and things, so I sort of try to plan ahead as much as possible. But otherwise, then I just fill in takeaway nights, if there was something special on, if we weren't actually having dinner at home, like we were actually at family, or I don't know, a birthday party or a wedding, you know, just something else, I would write that in too, so I didn't have to plan on it. But yeah, otherwise I just am very particular about the order that I have things, especially after I do a grocery shop. I usually have anything that's got to do with salads, you know, in the first few days, because once that runs out, then I move on to more hot veggies, basically. And usually towards the end of my week, before I start doing a grocery shop, I have pretty simple dinners, and some things that really like this one, for example. I'm going to do grocery shopping here. This day I've got apricot chicken already made up in the freezer with veggies already. All I need to do is cook rice. So it's a really basic, simple thing. I don't have to go looking for stuff or go to the supermarket earlier than I want to do. So if you want to know more about the things that I've actually got planned on here, definitely have a look at yesterday's video where I talk about it just a little bit more in depth. But this is the dinner section. Now up the top here we have 3 sections: breakfast, lunch and snacks. These are an ideas section for me. I don't stick to them absolute, but they are very much a very good indication of things we probably will have. And I use this to base my grocery list off for these types of things. So breakfast, we've got different types of cereals, what we might have on toast, and anything hot. So bacon, eggs with tomato, avocado, doing quiches, bacon and egg rolls, that type of thing. With lunch, I've got to think about obviously school and work lunches. So we do a lot of obviously sandwiches. I'm going to be doing toasties up. I can make these on the go, obviously, but I'm probably going to make some up for the freezer so it's an easy pull out the night before or in the morning for when lunchtime comes, and then I can cook them up quickly and easily. I don't have to go looking for ingredients. I don't have to spend time, you know, cutting things up if I have to do that. It's already done, which is brilliant. I do have noodles. So things like noodles, sausage rolls, party pies, hot dogs, they're more of a weekend thing because it's just, you know, we're not at school. Sometimes we're at work, but most of the time the kids obviously at home, so they're like little treats on the weekend. Wraps kind of fit in with the sandwich section, obviously. So the wraps are our tortillas that we like. The kids don't like actual wraps, but they like tortillas, so I always have plenty of those on hand, and we can make up just whatever into them that we've got. And rice cakes with fruit. Rice cakes generally will have either jam, peanut butter, Vegemite or cheese on them, basically. A really yummy combination I love is peanut butter rice cakes, and then I have fruit on the side. Goes so well with strawberries and apples. Oh my gosh, so yummy. So we tend to make up plates of those and have those. So there's just some ideas. So I have written down sort of certain ingredients that I actually want to have, obviously, in sandwiches, toasties, that type of thing. And then snacks are just all the outside snacks, obviously for the what are they, like recess breaks and things at school. And then obviously with Johnny at work and me working, I like to make sure I have like a morning tea and maybe an afternoon tea because I get very hungry between the main meals, obviously. So, you know, I just want to keep up with it. Otherwise I tend to, you know, just grab anything that's not great for me. So I like to plan ahead. And same with the kids. I want them to make sure they, you know, have had enough food for the day. So snacks, this is just a whole heap of stuff that we usually have. And I've written them down specifically thinking about things I already have. And then I can go off this list for stuff that I may not have at the moment. So fruits at the moment, generally this does change because it goes seasonally. Apples, I'm having a bit of trouble with apples at the moment. Everyone loves apples in this house. The kids love them. Generally, we like Pink Ladies, but they're not being great of recent. So we've tried Kanzi, and I've got another one this week as well, which I'm trying. So anything sort of sweet. We don't like Royal Gala. We don't like Granny Smith, that type of thing, but we like those. So apples is a usual one. Bananas we try to do. Now grapes, and I don't have them on here, but like when it's seasonal strawberries and blueberries, we do have those. They're not written on here right now because they're super expensive because they're out of season. So we generally don't buy a lot of them. So I haven't written them on the snack list. Mandarins we've started buying because there seems to be a lot of that going around and they're cheap. And then things like carrot sticks, mini tomatoes, the kids love those, absolutely love them. And sultanas. Now sultanas generally have yogurt or chocolate coating on them, but we have those as well. And grapes, if I didn't mention them, grapes are in season at the moment, so they've been great. Otherwise we have things like just dry biscuits like saladas or savoys with you know, Vegemite, peanut butter, cheese on them, or with cabana. That's really good. And I do make up those bags for school as well, which is really good for the kids. Yogurt and custard is another sort of, I guess, dairy section that we usually have. Mars bars and nut bars. Nut bars, Johnny and I eat. The kids don't. The kids eat the muesli bars. Any sort of sweet sort of thing. So we're talking about sweet cookies, slices, and cakes. They generally have that maybe once a day, like in their school lunches, you know. And then on a weekend, obviously, as well. I try to make sure that the kids just don't continually eat that kind of stuff through the day. the thing is with cakes and these sweet cookies and stuff like that, a lot of this I'll pre-make and have cut up and wrapped up and put in the freezer. So I pull it out on the day for their lunchbox, so it's not sitting around in the pantry as such for them to have. The cookies are, I usually have choc chip cookies or something like that, but things like cakes and muffins and stuff I don't tend to, so they can't just continually eat them through the day. And then we do have the bad stuff like chips, corn chips, popcorn's not too bad obviously, but sometimes we have like a sweet popcorn. Shapes are not great obviously, and rice wheels, they're okay, and pretzels, they're sort of your packaged things that we have. They're obviously great for school lunch boxes and on the go for work. I also have fruit cups, so when I run out of fruit, because some of this fruit might go in the first 3 to 4 days of the week, and I don't want to buy any more before obviously my next grocery shop, so we'll have fruit cups. I have those, the 2 fruits, we love those. And then I do have little snacks, even though I make up cheese and bickies. The snacks are kind of a backup for me. I know they're not obviously as great as just cutting up cheese and having biscuits, but we have those as kind of backup for that sort of process as well. Like I said, I don't have a drinks and dessert section on here, but I've just made one on the back because it's just something that's important to me to actually also have planned out as well. So drinks, I honestly have just written a whole heap of stuff here because I've got to try to plan ahead as much as I can for the month. It's not perfect, but if I need to buy stuff in the top-up shop, I will. But generally, I just want to have on hand some sort of cordial juice. I'll generally, because if it's just out of the fridge, I'll have to buy that weekly, so I've done that. Otherwise, sometimes we have the, what is it called, Golden Pash, that's in those, just in the regular shelf, not in the fridge. I'll have those in the cupboard as well, so that's good. Water, we always have extra water, like the bottled or cartoned water, not just water out of the tap. Strawberry milk and Milo, they're great to have obviously in milk. Kids love milk, which is good. Our coffee, and then I do have a list of soft drinks. Now the kids are not allowed to drink soft drinks through the day just willy-nilly. Most of the time the kids obviously just drink water. At school, that's all they drink is just water. And then after school they might have like a cordial or juice or something, and breakfast obviously they might have a juice or a Milo or something like that. But soft drinks are strictly generally just for lunchtime if they're at home, so on weekends or school holidays, and for dinner time. That's it. So I don't want them drinking soft drinks all day. So yeah, we try to make them sort of stretch as well, but just because it's not great for their teeth obviously. Plus Isabella will just bounce off the walls, guys, with sugar. I try to get no sugar stuff because it is not great for her, guys. When she has sugar, she is just crazy. So we try not to do that. All right, desserts. So for this month I'm looking at things like I've actually got chocolate and a strawberry, what are they called, like toppings, syrup toppings. I've bought them recently just for something different. So just tubs of ice cream, any ice cream that I can get that's reasonably priced, because it's so expensive at the moment. I will have that in the freezer. I can't stock up on too much of this for the month because I just don't think I'll have room, so I don't know what I'll do there. But what I've tried to do is maybe I'll get a couple of tubs. I have sprinkles, or I might need to get some more sprinkles actually, I'm nearly out, but sprinkles with the syrup. I have jelly as well. I'm thinking maybe with the jelly I might do like get some chocky frogs as well, like chocolate frogs, and have chocolate, what is it called, frog in a pond maybe, just something different. Puddings, I'd like to get some like chocolate puddings or something like that, just the packet mix ones, so I can have them all ready to go in the actual pantry and then just pull them out and make maybe one a week. So I'm thinking maybe purchasing about 4 of those. And then we have custard that we also have in the fridge for if they want to have them for school, school snacks and stuff. Otherwise or after school as well, that's fine. But having the chocolate custard that we buy from Aldi is so yummy, and it's so nice with different berries and banana. So I'm sort of just done that as an added extra. Like I said, strawberries are kind of out of season at the moment, so it's so expensive, so it's not something we're going to have absolutely every day in the house, but it's just something different to have. So back on the front here, once I've done all my planning here, this section down here is fresh fruit and veg and any extras needed weekly. This is really for my top-up shops. This is what I have this going as an ongoing list that I can just refer to when I do my grocery list when it's time to do the top-up shop. So because I've got everything planned out clearly, especially with the dinners, I can look ahead and go, okay, in this week here when I do my top-up shop, I'm probably going to need some sour cream. I don't think I'll buy it in the main shop. I might, but I might not because of the dates. So I'll need that. Maybe just a little jar of salsa for tacos and enchiladas that we're doing. More salad stuff I always need. And fruit, I need to write that down. Milk, possibly might need 1 or 2 loaves of bread because I will need some bread for toast, basically. So, you know, you can see what I mean. So this week here, I'm thinking I'll probably need some more frozen chips by then. I want some party pies to go with all the sausage rolls I have in the freezer, and I don't have a lot of room to store them off the main shop. So thinking in the top-up shop, I'll get that and just sell it, all that. This week I'm making a bacon carbonara, so I'm thinking I'll get the cream in that week, not obviously in the main shop, otherwise it's not going to last that long. So yeah, it's just an ongoing little reminder list for me, so I just add to it when I need to, basically, and then put it on my main grocery shopping list. The next step is my grocery list, which is going to be the next video. I want to talk about this because having an actual grocery list and the way I do it, I think, is very helpful and vital, and that includes writing like estimated prices. I'll go into that more in the next video for you, but I do write a good old-fashioned grocery list. I have it in sections and stuff. It's just very helpful. If you don't have a grocery list, it's another mistake you'll make. You'll forget things. You won't have everything as you need it. You just clearly want to see it. I'm going to show you how I write my grocery list because I have a bit of a process to it, but it just helps me get everything I need and to stick within budget. So I want to show you guys that. So to write up this actual grocery list, I will be starting off by using the shopping from the pantry list, that bottom section. I'll be using that mostly to begin with, and I will also have to go through you know, my toiletries and my cleaning sort of stuff as well to add into this, laundry, that type of thing. Yeah, I'll be going into a bit more detail on how I actually do my grocery list. Now is the time, well, I'll explain this in the next video, but after I put all the stuff down that I actually need, now is the time after I do that where I actually do look at catalogs and have a bit of a look and see if I've got room in the budget. If I haven't hit my actual budget, which is going to be $500 for that main shop for the 4 weeks, if I've got room in it and there's stuff that is on special, I think that would be great, then I'll actually purchase that, and I'll do that based on a number of things. Obviously the sale prices, depending on what shop it is, and also my rewards, what is it called, like the boosts that are offered to me. I look ahead on those, and this is why I don't shop on an actual Wednesday for the main shop. I do it on the Thursday because I want those boosts to come through for me to clearly see, to actually plan this out. I don't want to buy stuff when it comes to the Woolworths Rewards program if I don't need it. Do you know what I mean? So it depends what's available. Because I use it so often, I shop often, I get nearly 20 boosts every single week that I can go off, plus added extra offers as well. So I get a lot given to me, so I don't always need everything, but because I do shop regularly and I do scan my card regularly and everything, I get offered, most of the things that I get offered, especially in the boosts, are things that I do purchase normally. So I like to make a note of that. So I'm going to show you guys that in the next video. It all forms part of obviously my 4-week grocery challenge, but also because I am aiming to get as many points as possible to convert into those Qantas points, like I've said in the past, for my travel. So I will talk about that more in the next video. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. What is that? So the monthly meal planning sheet, I've done my meal plan for the month. I'm ready to do my grocery shop. Very excited. Do come back tomorrow and see that. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. Bye.
The things that we'll do, 'cause I